present and the lockers searching is underway. Manish Sisodia just reached over 15 to 20 minutes back, and immediately after he reached, the officials from CBI also reached the bank, and the process of, searching is underway. As you can see from the visual inside, which is being presented to you by my video journalist Narudeshwar, you can see that, there is a lot of hustle and bustle which is happening inside the PNB bank, where not only Manish Sisodia but also sleuths from CBI are present. You can see that a lot of activity, activity is happening over here, where the investigation process is underway. And along with us, there is also a lot of crowd of media persons who are just trying to anticipate of what is happening. We are being just told over here by the officials of CBI to maintain some calm because there is a lot of rush over here. So as you can just see that there are officials from Delhi Police also now coming in to make sure that there is there's proper law and order situation which is maintained. So you can just see over the visuals from here that an official from Delhi Police has just entered the Punjab and National Bank. So as you can see that the investigation, the raids are underway, and the CBI officials are making sure that there is no untoward incident that takes place, and all the activity of conducting this raid carries out smoothly. Back to you in the studio.
All right. So as Piyush Ori is bringing us the latest, Piyush, as you are pointing out, of course, Manish Sisodia and his wife both inside the bank premises where this locker has been raided. But any comment that he's made so far, even as he was entering the bank?
So, we followed him from his official residence at Mathura Road to when he came to the PNB Bank in Vasundhara. And all during this journey, he made no comments. We made live visuals of him, coming from his official residence to his house. And we also, when he reached this bank, we tried to get a comment from him. But taking into consideration of this raid being conducted, there was no official, statement by him. We expect that after these raids are over, he may come and give statement to us. But as of now, there has been no statement that has been given by either Manish Sisodia or his family, who are there present inside this bank as of now, where the raids are taking place.
Right, but before the raids actually began, Manish Sisodia spoke yesterday and he said that the CBI will find nothing in his lockers, and he has, of course, maintained that he has nothing to hide.
So this has been a statement from Manish Sisodia ever since, the first raid by Central Bureau of Investigation took place on August 19. And he has been saying this from time and again that, all these raids which have been conducted on him is actually not an investigation for corruption, but it is actually a power struggle that has been carried out by BJP to defame the Aam Aadmi Party government so that, they can take the power, reign the power here at Delhi. So this is just a statement which has been coming from Manish Sisodia ever since these raids have been taking place. And today also, when these raids took place, Manish Sisodia seemed confident. He said that, he would welcome the raid which would be conducted at his locker by CBI officials, and nothing would come out of it. So yes, it would be very interesting to see that, what would come out after this raids are over, and more importantly, what would be the statement of Manish Sisodia after these raids get over.
Right. Now, Piyush, even as you're pointing out, and even as raids are currently on at Manish Sisodia's locker, his wife also present at the bank, the BJP just held a press conference, and they said that the Aam Aadmi Party and Manish Sisodia are avoiding questions that have pointedly being asked about the liquor policy as well as the educational policy of the Delhi government.
So, ever since these raids have taken place, there's also another side of it, and that is the political war of words between the BJP and Aam Aadmi Party. And there have been a slew of press conferences ever since, the raids first took place on August 19, where both officials and leaders from BJP as well as, from Aam Aadmi Party have traded barbs at each other. And today, again, before these raids took place, there was another press conference which was held by BJP, in which they not only again leveled allegations on Aam Aadmi Party against a liquor scam, but also against raised that how there was misappropriation of funds in setting up the classrooms for Delhi government schools. So yes, till the time, you would see that, there are no arrests that are being made by CBI in this case. Till the time you would see that, the investigations in this process is going to go on. You would continue to watch, a lot of, political slugfest between BJP, Aam Aadmi Party, and to some extent, even leaders from Congress Party. So expect some more press conferences, expect some more political, war of words between BJP, Aam Aadmi Party as this investigation continues to take place. Back in the studio.
And Piyush, as you're pointing out, of course, we are continuing to see a war of words. But, the Delhi Assembly, where simultaneous protests, both by the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP are continuing, are testament to the fact that, this battle is going to get even more bitter from here on.
So, you rightly pointed out that, what Aam Aadmi Party leaders are saying that this is actually not a war on corruption, but it is actually a war by the BJP to topple the Aam Aadmi Party government so that they can take the reins of power. In fact, what they're trying to say is that, the Aam Aadmi Party top leadership, that includes Manish Sisodia and other leaders, are also being harassed because, it suits the narrative of BJP to make their Operation Lotus. That is to, intimidate the MLAs of Aam Aadmi Party, either through money power or through investigative agencies, to intimidate them and thereby take them in their fold and ultimately, topple the Aam Aadmi Party government. Now, how true are these allegations? We can just wait and watch, and we can just, observe what exactly are the developments going to be like. But ultimately, what Aam Aadmi Party leaders are trying to do is they first tried to say that, this was Operation Lotus, and now yesterday what we saw was that they again began to target Lieutenant Governor V.K. Saxena, whom they say is also involved in the corruption. So you're just trying to see that, as the political war of words between BJP and Aam Aadmi Party heats up, there are a lot of different narratives which are being pointed out. It all started off with, war on corruption, in which Aam Aadmi Party said that this is all a ploy by the BJP to defame them. It then started off with Aam Aadmi Party saying that this was all done in pretext of making Operation Lotus by the BJP successful, which it was not able to do. And now you are seeing that Aam Aadmi Party leadership is now trying to level corruption allegations on Lieutenant Governor V.K. Saxena, whom they say is the agent of BJP and with whom they say is all acting against on the behest of the BJP government to defame the Aam Aadmi Party government and ultimately topple them. So all these developments are happening, and it's going to be interesting to see that where exactly all these developments are going to end. Back to you in the studio.
Right, Piyush, do stay with us. Just to tell our viewers, visuals on your screen right now are from outside as well as inside. This is Manish Sisodia, of course, making his way to the locker, and pictures on the right-hand side of your screens are of the searches that are being conducted by the CBI inside the PNB Bank locker, where Manish Sisodia and his wife are both present. Manish Sisodia, of course, had previously said that he will cooperate fully and that the CBI is welcome to examine the contents of his bank locker. Piyush, he has been tracking the stories for us since the morning. Piyush, coming back to you now. Piyush, Manish Sisodia is, of course, one among 15 people who've been named by the CBI in that particular FIR. Also give us a sense where the investigations right now are currently.
You rightly pointed out that, Manish Sisodia is among the 15 accused that have been named in this liquor scam. And ever since, it was always decided, it was from the time, CBI took over this case, it was always, decided that, Manish Sisodia's trouble is going to rise. So on August 19, when CBI officials conducted raids at the residence of Manish Sisodia, it was expected that their investigations is going to go be done quite expeditiously, and that is being done by the CBI officials. In addition to Manish Sisodia, there are also 14 other accused, and what we have been told by the sources is that even these accused that involve liquor baron and liquor retailers, they've also been questioned by the CBI. We've also gone and tried to confront these liquor barons, whose credentials, as per our investigation, seems doubtful. So yes, there is a lot of investigation that has been going by the CBI, but it's going to be very interesting now to see that, as the investigation in this matter is going to go by the CBI officials, are there now going to be any arrests? Are there going to be any big action that is going to be taken by the CBI? Because till the time there are not going to be any arrests, there is not going to be any big action, you're continuing to see this such kind of drama, political drama between Aam Aadmi Party and BJP, where both parties are going to trade barbs at each other, that this is nothing but a fair attempt to defame the party and an attempt to cover up the corruption. So yes, now it is expected by the CBI to make a big action and make some arrest in this case if there's any corruption that is involved in this entire liquor game. Back to you in the studio.
Now, Piyush, one of the charges that the CBI has laid at Mr. Sisodia's doorstep is that there was a quid pro quo involved, that kickbacks and commissions were charged. But give us a sense of the kind of seizures that we've seen so far. His home has been raided, and now, of course, the bank locker over there being raided. Just to tell our viewers, visuals on your screen are coming to you exclusively on Republic TV. These are of the bank locker where Mr. Sisodia and his wife are present with the CBI sleuths who are going through the contents of this locker. Piyush Ori is tracking all the developments for us. He continues to report live. Piyush, give us a sense of what's happening inside. And also, as we were talking about the charges against Mr. Sisodia, one of them, of course, is the fact that there were quid pro quo involved and that commissions and kickbacks were taken.